Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of your Reviews, and today I'm back for another Walking Dead video for today. We are here to do our first Q&A video for this week leading up to the 20th episode of the final season of The Walking Dead. We are here to talk about the Lance character and some of the scenes in the trailers that may or may not be hinting to his potential death. Alright guys, this one's going to be doing another video today. This one's going to be doing another video for The Walking Dead. We are here to do our first Q&A video for this week. As I told you guys yesterday, we were going to go ahead and do. This one is our first Q&A leading up to episode 20 of The Walking Dead, What's Been Lost. So, got some reactions from you guys after the episode. We also did a Dead City video yesterday. So if you are interested in hearing my thoughts on some of the new information coming out about that, that was yesterday. Now we're here to talk about the main show and episode 19. So, got a lot of reactions from you guys. We're going to go through them, obviously, for today. But I've seen a very big divide for episode 19, as a matter of fact. 17 and 18 seem to have most people on board that those two were really good episodes. And if you guys saw the review for episode 19, you'll know that I absolutely loved episode 19. I thought episode 19 was really, really good. But not everybody thinks so, so we'll get into that. But anyway, let's get started with Elle, who says that, do you think that Carol in episode 20 might actually be the one to take out Lance? This could be her big plot for the final season. So, you know, I think Lance is definitely in jeopardy in episode 20, and I think that promo definitely makes it seem so. Now, as for Carol in this final season, I think episode 17 was a very good episode for her, bar none her best episode of season 11. And again, I'm kind of struggling, guys, with the Carol character. I know I offend a lot of people when I say that because Carol has her ride or die viewers, but just hear me out for this one. I really enjoy Carol's character, so don't, get me wrong, but I definitely think that they've been using her character in a poor manner. I definitely do. Episode 17 aside, I feel like she's just kind of been there, And Carol should not just be there. She should be doing a lot of stuff. And I think, cutting the deal with Pamela and cutting the deal and stuff like that, that was really good. But, I definitely want more from that character this season. So hopefully Lance and this whole situation with Lance can go well. Here's my problem, though. I don't want Lance to die in episode 20, and I have a gut feeling they're going to kill him anyway. I think Lance should definitely survive a couple more episodes. I just feel like the character is so interesting, and I don't know about you guys, but I would be very disappointed if literally all Lance was this half season was locked up in a cell just to be taken out and then killed. I think that would be a very anticlimactic arc for Lance. I feel like Lance needs to have some sort of reign in these few episodes, He needs to start causing chaos, and he already has with Shira and with Roman, right? So I just feel like it's a good idea to kind of, continue Lance's character arc. I feel like him dying in episode 20 would be a very bad decision, at least in my opinion. And I still think Lance has a lot to serve to the story that we haven't seen yet. But we'll have to see. But would it be a big move for Carol's character? It definitely would. And if you make Carol kill Lance in episodes like 22, 23, something like that, then yeah, I agree. I think that'd be a good moment for Carol's character. The next two comments come from Spoon and Bill, who both say they did not enjoy this episode, and this is kind of the opposite side of the conversation. They did not enjoy the episode. They thought it was very slow, and given how the episode is called Variant, they really did not want to see Eugene sitting in a room for 50 minutes. And Bill says that this is the final few episodes. We do not have time for character development. So, I do have to disagree, of course, because episode 19 I thought was a very good episode. And I also sometimes kind of feel like I have to kind of remind some people is that, yes, character development is something that any entertainment should have, And you guys know me, I think when slow episodes and slow moments are done right, there should not be any kind of criticism. And I know a lot of people have said too, like, Dan, you were really positive in your episode 19 review. There was a lot of really slow moments and a lot of dragged out scenes. I like them. I think some of these character dynamics are what's most important in a final season, right? Having the bond with some of these characters, like Princess and Mercer, telling that story. I think it was good for their relationship, Having the scenes with Rosita and Eugene and the feeling of, will she ever see him again? There's a lot of things in this episode that I feel like are important to the plot. And if it's just shooty shooty bang bang and, you know, no character development at all, then you're watching The Walking Dead Season 8 All Out War 8A, which I would argue had too much action and not enough character development. So I think character development is a really good thing. Also, the variant plot, I thought it was fine, right? Because, you know, you're building up this, you know, kind of final problem for our characters, which are the variants. And I thought it was handled in a really creepy way. The music was good. You know, when Aaron rips off his face, very close as well. Somebody did mention this as well, too. I forgot to grab a comment. But there was somebody in my comments that said, doesn't that remind you of when Rick and them were going through the prison? And there was this zombie that had this riot gear on, and Rick pulled off the riot gear, and the face came off. And yeah, that actually does remind me of when Aaron pulled off the mask of the zombie and stuff like that. And he had like the same look on his face. Kind of cool, actually. Do you guys remember that from season 3 when Rick like pulled off the zombie's face and like the face came off with the helmet, and then Rick was like, ugh, and he like tried to cut it and stuff like that? That's actually, I feel like that was a callback in episode 19. So I guess my point is I know there are some people that don't like the episode. Obviously, that's fine, but I do want people to understand at the same time that, you know, character development in a final season is very important, right? It's very important to have some of these moments with our characters, like Daryl and Judith in episode 18, you know? You've got to feel something for your characters, and also, 5 more episodes, guys, there won't be any more character development, because both of these, you know, most of these characters are going to be gone, you know? So, I think it's absolutely fine. I think they had a good mix of slow moments and, you know, showing the variants and some of the intriguing stuff as well, too. And, you know, like I said, the only gripe I have with the episode personally is I feel like the variants should have killed somebody. I do. I think the variants, that's the one problem I had with 19. Literally everything else is perfect. I think the variants definitely should have killed someone, but here's the thing. That might be fixed for me in a few more episodes. You know, if let's say episode 21 or something, because I don't think Aaron and them are in episode 20, but let's say episode 21, you know, like the variants kill somebody in that group, then there you go, problem fixed. So, I don't know, we'll have to see, but I very much enjoyed episode 19, but I always like hearing the opposite side of the conversation as well, too. Next one comes from Beverly, who says that Q&A, do you think that in this episode, or in these final 5 episodes, that they just will not kill any characters whatsoever, that we will not have any major character deaths, and they actually go into how they like the fact that maybe, you know, we don't kill any characters in this final season, and, you know, most of them just stay alive, if not all. And they also say, P.S., they think Lance and Josh Hamilton is doing a great job as Lance, and Lance is a really good villain for the final season. So, I absolutely agree. I think Lance has been doing an amazing job as a villain in this final season. I do want to see him get out of jail, but of course we're going to see that in episode 20, and, you know, we still got 5 episodes left for him to raise hell. So I am very excited to see what comes of Lance. I, you know, wanted to grab this comment as well, too, because I don't understand the flaws people have with Lance. I really don't. You know, I've been watching a lot of Walking Dead videos lately, and a lot of people are just like, oh my god, Lance sucks, Lance sucks. And it's not just one either. Like, there's a lot of reviewers and a lot of reactors that I watch, because I like to, you know, keep track of the Walking Dead community as best as I can, because, well, hell, this channel and you all amazing people are part of it. So I love to, you know, kind of keep track of everybody and, you know, see some reactions and see some thoughts. And yeah, nobody likes Lance. Like, aside from you guys, like, I haven't seen barely anything. A lot of people are like, oh, he sucks. I'm like, what? Like, that's, I don't know. I think Lance is doing a fantastic job. And, also, to go into her comment about nobody dying. Nobody dying in a final season, for me, I hate to disagree with you, Beverly, is a very big problem. It's a very big problem. I don't really think it's an issue with a specific episode. You know, none of the episodes have had that specific problem. But, well, actually, Acts of God could have had one. But, and maybe no other way to... Okay, there's a few that kind of have that problem for me. But here's the thing. In a final season, I actually agree. It's good what they're doing because it's ballsy. Here's the problem, though. Knowing that Daryl, Carol, Maggie, and Negan survived the Walking Dead show, the tension is taken away. Now, you've only got a few other characters you can really have tension with. You know, Gabriel, Rosita, Aaron, stuff like that. And they're not killing any of our characters given the circumstance and given the dangerous situation that they've been in since the season began. So I definitely think that they need to start killing characters. I do think that for a final season of a television show that has been killing characters for 11 seasons, I think that they definitely need to do that. And it's not even just a season 11 problem. If you ask me, I feel like this has been a problem with The Walking Dead since season 9. Because even season 9, like even with the Pikes is the first time I noticed it. Like, the Pikes were very, very chill compared to the comics, at least in my opinion. And season 10, I feel like during the Whisper War, we should have had way more deaths than we had. I mean, we lost Laura, like, you know what I mean? Like, and, like, Alpha, sure, yeah. And, you know, none of our mains have really died. And I feel like part of it is because Angela Kang, and I hate to call her bluff because I think she does a really good job, but I hate to say it, I think Angela Kang is scared to kill characters. And I don't even mean that as an accusation. I just mean that as I think she's afraid because the Walking Dead cast is a lot smaller in terms of forefront characters than we used to have back in the early days. So I feel like Angela Kang is looking at this cast and she knows all these spin-offs are coming and she's like, who am I supposed to kill? You know what I mean? Like, you know, who am I supposed to actually take out? So, I don't know. It's not her fault, you know, but I think she needs to just kind of say, you know what? Like, I'll throw in a few deaths, you know, just so we remember that this is The Walking Dead, you know? One of the biggest things I loved about the early seasons of The Walking Dead is, you know, sitting like this on my TV. Oh my god, is anybody gonna die? Oh my god, like, I'm so scared. Like, I'm so scared for, like, every character right now. Like, you know, Walking Dead doesn't have that. And I feel like they need to give us a reason to be scared. Because I'm not. I'm not scared right now. I feel like killing a big character in these next few episodes would be like a, oh shit, oh shit, they're not, excuse my language, they're not fucking around. Okay then, you know, but instead, you know, spin-offs and instead keep everybody alive. You know what I mean? Like, it's not an issue, it's just, it's a slight annoyance to me, and I know for a lot of people as well too, you know. I feel like it's one of them things where it's like, okay, you know, I get it, you want to, you know, keep your characters keep the characters you have left alive, but I feel like you do still have enough characters, especially with 5 episodes remaining, to kill 1 or 2, at least, right? And I honestly thought episode 19 would have been that. I did. I thought episode 19 would have been that, but no, instead they're just killing villains like Sebastian and kind of just, you know, kind of leaving it at that, right? And the final one comes from Dylan, who says that they enjoyed episode 19. They probably give it like an 8 out of 10. They did have a few issues. Primarily, there was a lot of missing characters in episode 19, and they feel like there was a lot of missing characters in this episode and a lot of things they could have done better. So, yeah, again, you know, I've seen a lot of comments about that for episode 19. Again, everybody that's, you know, enjoyed it, I'm glad you did. Everybody that didn't, again, you know, I'm sorry for that because there's only 8 episodes left, so that kind of sucks. But I'll tell you one thing right now. Episode 19 is not the only episode that's suffering with that problem with missing characters. I have not seen Luke in so many episodes. So many episodes. And I know he's filming other things, but still, the point stands. Where the bloody hell is Luke, you know? And Virgil, he just disappeared out of thin air, and yeah, there's a lot of characters that are missing. But yeah, 19, it was very bottled off. Like, even within the Commonwealth story, we only saw a few characters, but I liked it because it focused on Eugene and it focused on Rosita's dynamic, which I guess that's the other big question. Where the hell is Rosita going to be now? Like, what's going to happen with her? We know there's scenes in the trailers of her in the season, so, you know, she's okay. But, which, again, damn trailers, but, you know, but, yeah, it's going to be interesting to see where she is, where she's at. I don't know what the hell happened there, but I'm assuming it's Lance's goons, so we'll see what goes down. So, anyway, let me know in the comment section below, how did you feel about episode 19? How did you feel about the episode looking back on it a few days later? And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to click that subscribe button so you don't miss any other videos of The Walking Dead on this channel. Make sure to follow me on Dan's The Walking Dead reviews on Instagram, guys. And of course, I'll see you guys really soon for more Walking Dead videos. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out.
I've heard stories. Walkers that can climb walls and open doors. I was never sure if they were just stories.